Battle of Salerno, second report. As the world knows, the Fifth Army held on, and when the critical phase was passed and the bridgehead secured, troops and weapons continued to pour in. The beaches were still under fire, but the job went steadily ahead, and the British and Americans pressed inland on the heels of the Germans, who were withdrawing according to plan, of course, in spite of all their boasts about another Dunkirk. The Battle of Salerno was rapidly being transformed into the Battle of Naples as our forces advanced east and northeast. And prisoners kept coming in. Germans at the double. Germans who look as if they still haven't learnt their lesson. The greatest handicap in the first phase, lack of airfields, was eventually overcome when the Germans were forced to abandon several, with in this case at least one Focke-Wulf 190 intact. Italian officers were most helpful in indicating the position of mines and booby traps and explaining the best method of delousing them. Meanwhile, the push continued along the whole front. It had been very tough going, and where horse transport was available, it was used. Thirsty work, but the horses weren't forgotten. Thirsty work, but there were occasional windfalls. The welcome Mr. Churchill got, he and his wife and